Goldman Sachs releasing its quarterly results. Guess who? Leslie's back. She's got that report, too. This is like an absolute marathon and a sprint rolled into one for you today, Les.
It is. It only happens once every 3 months, so we power through. But you're right, Becky. Goldman Sachs out with its report. Significant beats here on the top and bottom lines. Revenue grew 11% in the third quarter to $14.1 billion. That's thanks to sizable gains in the firm's global banking and markets business. Fees Goldman generated from advising on mergers and acquisitions were up 60%. That's 60% year over year. Revenue from equity underwriting and debt underwriting gained 21% and 30% respectively. Fixed income, currencies, and commodities trading also saw significant gains thanks to trading around interest rate products, mortgages, and commodities. The firm said its investment banking fees backlog was essentially changed quarter over quarter. Goldman has been building its asset and wealth management division, which generated a record quarter for both management fees and private banking and lending. And that division's revenue gained 17% in the quarter. With Goldman's better operating performance, though, comes higher costs, which did miss analyst expectations for both compensation and non-comp expenses. Part of the reason non-comp was higher, though, was due to charitable contributions, which appears to have been moved up to the third quarter this year, where it's typically toward the end of the year. Chairman and CEO David Solomon noting in the release that, quote, longer term, we are prioritizing the need to operate more efficiently to seamlessly deliver the firm to our clients, helped by new AI technologies. Goldman is the best performer year to date of the big six U.S. banks, up 37% going into today's print, and appears to be moving higher from there, about 0.5% right now, guys.
Every 3 months now.
Right.
Leslie, I'm going to give you the option. Do we go? If I'm Trump, or I'm regular. Are we going to go to 6 months, or do you want to stay with 3 months? What would you rather do?
I gotta admit, Joe, I kind of like going through the weeds, as you mentioned. I like going through the numbers and all the things. I like the 3 months, but that's just
Well, okay.
Because I like digging in.
How about every month?
Every month. Well,
how about every day?
Well, I don't know about every month, but
all right. But you stick with quarterly, okay?
Well, I mean, just it's fun to get these snapshots and see what's going on.
It is.
I feel like every 6 months, so much changes that always feel like I'm missing something.
I would think the same thing. I'm kind of a fan of the 3 months.
Yeah.
I agree with the too much emphasis on short-time management, but you can correct that. And what Jamie Dimon and Warren Buffett wrote about, suggesting that is just give us stop giving us earnings guidance. Stop guiding us and kind of leading us around by the nose, because that's what's really hard. How can you predict what's going to happen over the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months?
Well, you can't beat expectations every quarter if you don't guide people lower, right?
That is true.
But you don't need to be spoon-fed.
Huh?
Here's what's going to happen in the next year to the penny.
Or just update when you have something to say.
Right.
In terms of
don't you think there's going to be some companies that would then be updating every month?
Yeah, some do.
I mean, I think but I think some are. I think if you take away the rules, some will do it twice a year, and then others will do it like all the time and try to create these almost like marketing moments for the company.
We used to get monthly sales from all the retailers, and we would look at them very closely. And then when a retailer would pull back and say, we're only going to do this quarterly, everybody said, oh, it's because they have lousy numbers.
Well, but that's the thing. We love when a CEO comes on our broadcast, rain or shine.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And that's very valuable, the rain or shine piece.
And we appreciate the people who stand up and
what
talk
will
about
happen,
that.
or could happen, is you get announcements twice a year, but then you get like only announcements when things are good otherwise, or other sort of strange things.
Yeah, I don't love it. I know there's a lot of regulation. It's hard to go through all of these things, but you kind of need to tell your investors what's happening on a quarterly basis. Anyway, Leslie, thank you. I think we're going to keep it for 3 months for now.
I'll mark my calendar.